Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of Ballet International. This is Jean-Pierre Trébillois speaking. I am the administrator of Ballet International. In advance, I wish to thank you for your great patience and to watch these short videos that I'm uploading on YouTube channel of Ballet International. Today, the new topic refers to the importance of a ballet teacher. Why a ballet teacher is really important to young ballet dancers. What type of technique does the ballet teacher apply? How the ballet teacher explain the movements, the enchaînement, the combination. How a ballet teacher develops the technique in the body of a dancer. Finally, a ballet teacher is the main tool of the history of ballet. Often people see ballet teachers maybe in a nasty way, because ballet teachers often get criticism. But the audience, and generally speaking, the people who are outside a ballet academy, they don't understand that a ballet teacher is a human being. So, as such, the ballet teacher also may have up and downs, may have some days in which he is not up to give a good class. And there are days where he gives the maximum of himself. Now, I'm going to show you a wonderful video of Mikhail Baryshnikov, who describes Alexander Pushkin, who has been one of the great teachers. I wish you to follow well what Mikhail Baryshnikov is saying, each word that he is saying, because it is really important. You will discover that in a ballet teacher potential, not only they have the power to pass on the great technique, but they have also that extra magic of dance. But in that extra magic, you will find a great love, a great passion, a great comprehension for the dancer. The teacher, as Alexander Pushkin, and there are many, but many great teachers around the world, they must be able to detect in a young dancer if he has potential, and even if he hasn't, but there could be maybe one or two things that could be developed. In those two things could help that dancer to become something good, something great. So let's watch together this video. As I said, listen well to what Mikhail Baryshnikov is going to say, because each word is essential. is a real message, not only for ballet teachers, but especially to ballet dancers. So let's watch together this video.
I start my training professionally in Riga in Latvia when I was 11 years old. Then, age of 15, I moved to Leningrad, and I was introduced to this famous man, a magician, Alexander Pushkin. And this man just made me as a dancer. Nothing special was about him. It was a very quiet man. Father figure for us. It was 7 or 8 students in class. Well, obviously, he was the best teacher in the school, and he had the privilege to select the best material from all over the Soviet Union. He was Nureyev's teacher. His students are dancing in every big theater in the world. And I met this man, and here I was, 15 years old. He just looked at me and said, well, let's go downstairs and a sort of medical center and see who are you? And just what your legs, arms, and the head about, and just look at me, and I did a few steps, and it was just like to selecting a puppy from the litter, you know, who will crawl away, who will crawl through, who will bark, who will bite. And he looked at me and again. Just we spent a couple of hours just to look at each other, to talk to each other, you know, in the room like that, you know. And I said, oh, well, I can dance for you. He said, no, I don't need it. It's not a point. What's the point? Take me to the class. Now, for God's sake. Inside, I said, I was sweating and I was nervous because it was the chance of my life. And I said, well, all right. I mean, I think it's a good deal. And then he said to the lady, the school secretary, whatever she was, just, I'd like to have him in my class. And I spent with him 3 years in the school and 3 years in the company before he died.
Misha was accepted into the Leningrad-based Kirov Company in 1967. The company school where Pushkin taught preserved a meticulous classical approach to the dance that dated back to the days of the Tsars. But it was not only ballet skills that Misha learned from Pushkin.
Every day, what I think was the most amazing and the most valuable thing, what he teach me, besides all this nonsense about technique and how to dance, just to respect to the physical work, like everyday routine, sometimes boring routine, awfully boring and exhausting, because every day you feel different. Someday you have a cold, someday you have sore back, or someday you don't want to do anything, just sleep. But to go in a class and try to convince yourself you like this job, and if you're not taking class or you're not sweating enough, you're not working enough, you start to hate yourself. You start to really feel terrible. It's a kind of guilt trip if you're not spend 3, 4, 5 hours every day in the studio. And I think that's the secret. He introduced me to the work. That means and explain how you have to work. Everything else, easy. How to do double tour, it's not a problem for any dancer. It shouldn't be any problem, I would say. I would put it that way. But to be a master of your own, doesn't matter who is coaching you, teaching you, and give you suggestions, who is your partner, who is dancers around. You have to be a man of your own mind and know what you are doing and why you are doing it. And this man, I don't know how, and all his students are very much their own people. They're strong mentally. The dance is something else. Besides that, he was genius. It's just the eye was right on. What's good, what's bad.
I do hope that you have enjoyed this short video, which is about 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes, I think. So now you understand why sometimes I refer to, on Facebook, some people tell me, but why do you speak about the old school? Why do you mention the old type of style of dance? Actually, in this video, you see the type of class. And this is the type of class that was usually done in to people of my generation, which is also the generation of Baryshnikov. Because Baryshnikov now is about 72, 73. And but at that time, he was very young. And that was the technique of that time. And you see that with that type of technique came out wonderful dancers. I don't say that today the technique doesn't bring wonderful dancers. They do, but it's a different. There is something different. Something different in the style, something different. The bodies have changed. The dancers today have different bodies. They have different bodies. They have a different technique. The technique at the bar, the center, in everything, also the choreographies, have evolved in a good way. But there is something of the past that we must take care and not forget. Because today we always think about the future. How is ballet going to be? People say ballet is going to die. No. Just look to the past. Analyze the past. Take the best of what the past has offered to us. And on this criteria, you can develop the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, today my video was very short, but I do hope that people will understand the idea of Ballet International. Ballet International is trying to promote, to bring up the culture of the art of ballet, the beauty of the art of ballet. So in my opinion, this kind of video, not the one that I am creating, but the one that we have seen of Baryshnikov, are essential because they highlight the most beautiful part of ballet. And there are thousands of videos like this on YouTube. So you have to understand the idea of Ballet International. New generations today need to have a special approach to the beauty of the arts. Our modern world today brings us away from the culture, brings us miles away from the technique of dance. So we have to bring this culture in each family. You see, you have people who have many kids and they can only choose one who will do ballet because they cannot afford to pay the tuition for every child. But that lucky person maybe is not all even going to succeed in ballet. But if you bring the culture of dance and you make people understand what is the culture of ballet, the families, the children, the father, the mother, and everyone will understand what is the culture of ballet. There are many people around the world that the ballet, for them, it's a game, it's a pastime, it's a sport, but there is nothing of culture. Ballet has a history that is essential for every one of us. So let's cherish that part of culture. It's precious for everyone. Thank you for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen, and I do hope that I will be able to create new videos, and I hope that you like this kind of videos. Thank you very much.